20, maybe 30. If you could hit like, share, subscribe, it'd be awesome. 7.3 mile loop we got. Beautiful fall day, about 60 degrees. Got a real long field section. Hopefully we'll get some drone footage of it too. Pretty badass to see from the air. These guys told me they're going to do an easy lap. Here they are starting to gap me already. If we can catch it past Dan here, it'll really make him pick up the pace. Try to get by him here without him hearing me come behind it. About a mile. You go straight up and back this field. I think we got about 2.5 miles of field section before we go into the woods. Great trail. This field is really worn in nicely. So is the woods. Super tight and technical. Great riding out here. Driveway into the second field section. Got a 501 in front of me. I think he's on a KTM, and then guy in front is on a 300 gas. I'm on a 250 gas. It's a good video of part of the trail over there. Off camber, got a tiptoe around this one. And here we go into our first power line section. Kind of jump down this hill a little. Ooh, stalled it. Into our woods. Got the adult section going right, kids by bypass goes left. Kids will avoid this steep downhill. U-turn and a little bit of a tricky uphill with the root in it. Kids rejoin us here. Really tight trail, left, right, zigzag. I know as you watch, one of the things that's hard to see at times is how difficult the trail really is. One of the things you can look at here that really show how tight it is where there's a different line for your front and rear tire. Got one here. Nothing too tight yet. Dan almost going down. Back up here on our original loop from our first year. This trail's pretty worn in. It's perfect. Dan's on that big 501, not quite as nimble as us on the 2-strokes. Whoa, little foot dab there, almost went down. Loop, about 25 minutes depending on your pace. We're not pushing super hard here. Might be coming up on 10 minutes in, I'd estimate, maybe a little less. Little bit of tighter wood, not super tight yet. Rutted perfectly. As I mentioned, some of these spots you'll see, sometimes the camera doesn't do it justice, but you see a different line for your front and rear tire. That's how you know it's a sharp corner. Go back up the hill, make a U-turn here, go back down. Another kids bypass at the bottom of this hill. Kids will go left. Us adults, we're gonna hop across this ravine, get into some really good twisty turny single track. Here it starts. Drop back down into the ravine. Some more real tight single track. That'll end our old trail. All the trail we've had for years past. We're going to start with some new stuff. Here we go, different lines for front and rear tires. Pretty neat here. Makes a really good ride. Gets a little rocky and rooty here. Hop back out under the power lines for some bush hog field sections. Old style motocross, no jumps, all field, natural grass. Soil is great, nice, loamy, a little bit dusty this weekend. Earlier in the video, we were at the end of the cornfield. I glanced over, you could see the trail under the power lines. That's where we're going through now. Zigzag back and forth. Whoa! Back and forth. Getting a little dusty, hard to see. Down the hill here. Man, this is great trail. See if we can tighten back up with these guys to get some good video through the woods. We can get onto some new trail that we had. Kids go right, adults go left. Up the hill, we're gonna duck into the woods for an A section across the stream. Easy crossing is to the left. Uh-oh. Ian's getting stuck here. Looks like what I found the best option is you get your front tire up above the tree root. The middle tire goes right in between the two. man's putting on a show for us. There we go. Front tire above the tree root. Rear tire goes right between the two. Oh man, it's been a wheel spin. Oh man. Here I am back in the stream. Oh man. Getting back in the mud here. And I'm out of the rut just like you. Now I see why you had trouble. I'm gonna bypass this, keep the video rolling, go down the stream for a moment. We have our easy bypass here, pivot around. That was slimy. Best is yet to come, I think. Holy shit, that was nice. Some of our new single track. A little bit tight. Flows really good though. Just rode a lot of this 2 weeks ago for one of our club's dual sports. Club has access to a couple properties like this. We do some great private dual sports. The last one we did that came through here was around a 95-mile day. Getting a little bit chewed up back here with the tree roots, but it's like a race. Forgot to mention, kids can bypass this section. I'm going to enter here what we call the field loop. This is my favorite part. Get the most feedback on this section of trail here. A couple of really cool ravine crossings. Coming down the hill here, zigzagging. On our fourth one, on our first of 4, I think we have. Oh boy. 2 lines here. They're going that way. I'll show you this other way, which is easier. Couple of rock piles. Maybe this was an old farm field. Across this tight little ridge. This is the best part of this trail. Down in the bottom, second ravine crossing, couple little G-outs, 1, 2, that one can wheelie over. Clutching in a little, get up that rock part, try to pull back up on Dan. It doesn't. up. Might help him a little bit. Flipped the tree there, almost went down. Gets pretty tight up over another rock pile. We're gonna, whoa! Another tough spot here. Come down this hill. Cross another G out, third ravine crossing. A little bit of hard enduro. You hardcore guys, you'll think that's easy. Definitely got to stand up, put a foot down, and pivot around some of it. More rocks. The rock piles. Looks like Dan cleared the forest with his handlebars. I'm having my own troubles here. This dusk, being able to see with how rutted it is, sure helps though. Oh, Dan's down. We're gonna keep going. Can't park there, Dan. We can pull up on Ian. Got about 20 yards on me. Pushing through this last little section, see if we can catch up to him. A little bit of wheel spin with the dust. Rock, rock, rock. Getting toward the end of our loop, still about 1.5 miles to go. And I can tell Ian's being nice here, letting me catch up. Some of the trail where there's a front and rear wheel line. Shows how tight it is, I'll mention again. Back in, we'll join the kids. Almost all of our trail. Hop back here, go around the parking lot. Oh, hard to see. Sliding a little. High speed section here. Into this tight woods, more of our new trail. And these Gunpowder guys, they cut awesome trail, great riders. Even some A local district guys that ride with us. I think one of the boys actually just got the Open A title secured for District 6 here. Here we are into the field section. I think we're up to almost 70 miles an hour. Tricky spot here. Little two-way traffic.